Welcome to our project Smart Invigilator Allocation System, or known as SIAS. The project members are Narendranath Bhaskar, Yusuf Pragono, Neo Shikang, and Tan Wee Han. Here is the recap for our project problem statement. In one of the polytechnic in Singapore, the exam allocation duty of the invigilators to each test venue is performed and planned manually by the exam officer. It is a challenging and time-consuming task as it requires multiple data in order for the officer to assign the right allocation without errors. The data consists of the staff, exam dates and time, class group and test module, and lastly, the test venue. After all allocation have been completed, the schedule will then email to each individual staff and assign the duty as chief invigilators, senior invigilators, and a standby. The solution is to develop an intelligent system that provides optimum allocation of the duty based on the set of defined rules that be able to handle unexpected situations with the minimal impact to the overall allocation plan. We divided the SIAS into three different stages. Stage 1. Initial allocation to all the staff on their duty. Stage 2. Reallocation based on the staff acceptance or changes. In this stage, there is an interactive communication between the staff and the SIAS. And stage 3, reallocation based on the staff attendance on the test day. It is important that the SIAS be able to reallocate the duties on the final minutes before the test based on the staff attendance registration at least 15 minutes before the start of the test. The SIAS architecture has four main components, which is database, AI modules, backends, and front-end. Database is implemented using SQLite to store the staff, duties, and allocation data. AI modules is implemented in Java based on Opta Planner. Backend is implemented using Python, NumPy, and Flask to provide database services to front-end via REST API. And last, front-end provide the user interface allowing user to interact with the system implemented in HTML JavaScript using React framework. Now we will demo the SIAS system. We need to start all the services. Start with the scheduler, the backend, and lastly the front end. We will fast forward the scheduler service tab. Next, I will also fast forward the backend service step. And lastly, I will fast forward the front end service step as well. You can refer to our README files for the information of all the steps. And now, after all the services have started, I will open the front-end user interface. At first, there is no duty being allocated, therefore the table is empty. To start the duty allocation, the exam officer will click the Run Allocation button. After approximate 20 minutes of processing, the duty allocation table will be displayed. We can filter the invigilators and senior invigilators name. Let's take an example of the invigilators THKK. The table will show the duty of THKK that include his day, time, type, and exam room. Also display his senior invigilators and chief invigilators. Each staff will be assigned three duties. For THKK, he will get two invigilators duties and one senior invigilator's duty. The senior invigilator duty will have one duty, but taking care of two exam room, as what you can see in the table. Next, on the reallocation based on the invigilator's preference, we will be using back the invigilator example of THKK. After the exam officer receives the preference from THKK, he will then go to the preference page and enter the preference of the THKK and submit to the system. He will then go to run the reallocation based on the invigilator's THKK changes. And finally, the system be able to process again and display the reallocation table. Now we filter the invigilator THKK and his new allocation duty has been updated according to his preference. Based on the scope, the SIAS was developed to meet the needs of allocation of exam duties for invigilators. However, the methods, approach, and the code is scalable to include various other dimensions and can be expanded to meet future scheduling or allocation needs. Also, improvements can be done in various areas like adding user profiles, enhancing the user interface, optimizing the scheduler, and interfacing with Outlook calendar of the invigilators. Thank you.